Hi everybody, this is Joel Wood, your lobbyist here in Washington. Happy holidays. Big week of political brinksmanship here in Washington with the House and the Senate with their competing versions of a wrap-up end-of-year omnibus appropriations bill, the payroll tax relief, the extenders, all of those kinds of things. And I'm hopeful that this will be the last week that Congress is in session this year. The good news is that if there is some sort of a compromise this week on between the chambers and with the administration on a big end-of-year bill, then the chances are very strong, almost a certainty, that the National Flood Insurance Program is going to be reauthorized for a period of 5 years with a lot of reforms that we support. The NFIP otherwise is slated to expire this coming Friday. That's happened way too many times, these short-term extensions that leave clients and brokers in the lurch. If Congress is not able to cobble together some sort of a grand compromise, it's much more likely that we'll have a short-term extension that will run until May of next year. On another front, some fireworks in the past week on the minimum medical loss ratio provisions of the Affordable Care Act. Chairman Fred Upton of Michigan of the House Energy and Commerce Committee last week sent a strong letter regarding the interaction between the Department of Health and Human Services and the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. As you'll recall, the NAIC was given a strong advisory role in advising HHS on what should be included and what should be excluded from the medical loss ratio formula. And it took the NAIC about a year and a half to finally come up, even though the MLR provisions kicked into law January 1 of this year, and all the changes in the marketplace regarding broker compensation essentially have already been passed down, though they continue to evolve. It took them a year and a half to finally come up with a resolution in November that said that they supported exclusion of agent broker compensation, but to no one's surprise, the HHS immediately rejected that. Chairman Upton is asking whether or not HHS was telling NAIC officials all along that they would never accept any provisions that were positive to producers with respect to the MLR. And this is going to be interesting as it goes on. Another small business committee hearing on the impact of the MLR on the agent broker community this week. Last week, we at the Council had a very, very widely attended conference call. Hundreds of our members calling in, talking with United Healthcare officials about their emerging broker compensation model, closely monitored, I should note, by Antitrust Counsel. This is one in a series of conference calls that we're having with the leading benefits carriers because there are so many questions in the agent broker community about how this is going to impact them, their clients, what the regulatory impact is with all the laws respecting fees, commissions, and fees and commissions, and it's going to be a very, very interesting and we hope helpful series of calls for all of our member firms. With that being said, I think this is our last video of the year. I wish for you, your family, your loved ones, your colleagues, a wonderful holiday season. All the best.